Because I could see where mine would like stayed with me. You know, I'm eating on the couch. You know,
You don't like to eat on the couch, or you do?
What do I do?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I don't do that
I have a
anymore.
dining table. I think I've sat at like 4 times
Yeah.
in a year and a
That's
half.
kind
I mean, granted, you live with someone like I don't want to sit at a table alone. You know? It's like I'm
Look
sitting there and,
over
and
it.
Mila's right next to me, obviously waiting to lick the plate or whatever, but like that's nice.
Yeah.
You know, versus like, I'll be over there in a minute.
Just sitting at the table.
yeah. How was your day? Glass door.
Going back to nutrition, where we said like, what's one thing that you can focus on, or like that's where people can have success with. Where in one of your clients do you feel is an area where people have had the most success?
Eating
with?
breakfast.
Really?
Yeah, it's with like the popularity of things like intermittent fasting and cutting calories. People then like, oh, I'm just gonna like cut a meal out or go to this, like you need to stoke the fire, and breakfast is part of that. Like you start your day by eating breakfast, get your metabolism going, like get things moving, grooving, like all that, and like you're gonna find like your energy's better. So a lot of people I've worked with, like just starting with like, hey, like have a simple breakfast, like goes a really long way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go more in the. I love it, the basic. I'm gonna go more in the opposite, advanced. There's a couple people that I've worked with for a long time, and getting to this place once the basics are kind of in place, and I think we're here as well too, is timing around working out. So like optimizing the pre-exercise meal, the post-exercise meal, and how we can really take advantage of carbohydrates around that time to enjoy them and to fuel our performance and feel good, and then how the rest of the day can kind of look with lowering them or decreasing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a big one is protein.
Yeah.
That was something that when I first started like working, with Alina and you, and it was just like focusing on having protein present at every single meal, number
Yeah.
one,
Mm-hmm.
which now in retrospect, it's like, I can't even imagine a meal without protein. And then once really nailing in that habit, starting to track, like at least just protein, because sometimes it can get overwhelming to do everything, but at least just paying attention to protein, size, weighing, and the amount of grams that are coming in. Yeah.
Folks, show.
Okay, this is rapid fire randoms. One of your coolest athletic feats.
Going to Wodapalooza was really cool in Miami. I got to compete at Bayfront Park in Miami, and that was really cool. My mother came to watch. My mom swam in high school, and there was a swim. You swam 400 meters in the Bay of Miami, and my mom thought I was going to drown for sure. I was one of the first out of the water. It was so cool, like coming out and like seeing her at the top, and she was like, "He didn't drown!" That was really cool.
I love it. I have two, if I could break the rules and go to two. There was a time I overhead squatted 302 pounds.
Woo!
I mean, my God, right? And then I probably ran one of my fastest miles, and it's just special for me. With Diesel at the old gym, it was like a sub 6 mile, and I remember getting done at, it's like 5:50, something like fast, right? And I'm like spent, and he was dragging me the whole way, just like how he was like, he had more, and I was like, unreal.
Yeah.
And obviously he ran a little faster because he's like, I had a retractable leash, and he was 20 feet in front of me, so he maybe ran 5 seconds faster, but those two for sure.
That's amazing. I think back to high school, there was, I think dance was a big thing. I remember.
You want to show us some moves?
Well, not right now. I think performing on Broadway, which is like a big, with the Brooklyn Children's Museum like group. That was just really cool.
How old were you?
I was probably 18.
Oh, wow.
17 or 18.
It's like 40 years ago. Wow. Took Sean a second. All right, 30. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, it's actually 20. That was really cool. And then in here, there's been a lot, but there's a video that I put. I look back at to everyone once. That 205 front squat.
That was the one I was spotting you?
Yep.
Yeah. Mhm.
Love that one.
Mhm.
When's the last time you hula hooped?
Hula hoops.
Oh, your hair short.
Mine was just like a couple months ago.
That's why it's on your brain.
Oh, yeah,
It's been a while.
Cool, it's been a while.
10 plus years?
Yeah, like I'm
Really? We're bringing in a hula hoop. If you could write a sentence on a billboard out on Fairview, thousands would see daily, what would you choose to say?
So we're getting the luxury to post a message or a theme or a quote on a billboard.
Mhm.
Okay. Nolan, where do you want to go with yours? I feel like we should all go a different route, like inspirational. My mind just goes a lot of places.
I know.
Do hard bleep daily.
Do hard bleep daily. Yeah.
I know. I want to go like mushy.
Mushy, go ahead.
Yeah. Like I don't. Well, this is it. Like just love, or like have love.
I had a mushy one too. So Nolan says essentially do hard things daily.
He goes
Yours
hard,
is
you go mushy.
just love. Maybe just like something simple, like find one good thing today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to like start to filter in that programming of like you see that and maybe your brain starts to look for that. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's one random thing you currently miss?
Okay, I shared this when we were talking about prepping, so it gives you guys time to think. When we went into the pandemic, I learned how to cut my own hair, and that's when I became my own hairstylist or barber or whatever you want to call it. And I miss, and I've just kept it since, I miss getting my head washed by someone else. It's such a sensitive, like the follicles in the head and like just
Feels nice.
oh, it feels so good. Just like except I had a weird experience one time because my cousin worked at the same place that I was getting my hair cut, and when she washed my head, like I was like this is
Strange.
This isn't the same, you know, like
It's weird. Something else.
Just-
Something else in here.
just a random share.
What do you miss, Nolan?
What do I miss?
Anything.
Nothing. I'm a rock. Okay.
Want me to say mine?
Yeah.
I miss like snow days. I'm not rushing summer. I love summer,
I
but
mean,
like
as a kid,
yeah, well, not even as a kid. I feel like there's something about like
special about
snowy days. Like maybe you get snowed in and you get to like watch movies and curl up on the couch and take a nap.
We'll get some coming here in the next few months.
Oh yeah, it's close. I think this is not kind of mushy. It's like my mom living close by.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm gonna see my mom on next Sunday. We're gonna spend a little more time together. But you know, it's like it's it's her living close by.
Now, so you went mushy and we
Yeah,
went.
right, yeah.
That's the range, which probably leads into the last question,
Yeah.
which is good. So, you guys are both going on vacation here shortly, and you know a lot of people encounter vacations where maybe they can start to go off the rails and lose rhythm. So, you know, with you two going away, and it's about 5+ days, give or take, for both of you guys. What are some things that are going to help you enjoy leisure, balance, time with your family, whatever you're doing, like enjoying that experience and, you know, wholeheartedly, but also maintaining some sort of semblance and structure with a lot of the principles that you built up with like eating healthy, moving, mindset, things like that. And what are those things while traveling?
I think an important word you just said is structure. Like having, like, I want to leave time to like not have structure, sleep in a little bit,
Yeah.
like, you know, do stuff like that. But
Mhm.
planning stuff out, like I think I was talking about, like maybe going to a concert on Sunday night, I'm going to a football game on Monday, but you know, structuring parts of the day like around that, like hey, like where am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? Like it's not gonna be clean all the time, but like you know, just having like some sort of like loose structure, at least like staying on some sort of plan, so
Mhm.
it's not totally off the rails.
Do you have a certain amount? I don't mean to interrupt. Do you have a certain amount of like food you want to hit? Are you going to engage by feel?
So, I know, like Sunday and Monday will be mostly like evening activities. Like Sunday night will be the concert, Monday night will be Monday Night Football. So like earlier in their day, I'd be prioritizing like, hey, getting in protein, like getting in vegetables, like things that make me feel good. So like when I go to like the football game, yeah, I can have a few drinks
Hot
and
dog or
like
whatever, yeah.
It's a wiener. Hey. But it's like, you know, like you know, not I don't want to be like a total like robot on vacation, but making sure
Of
like,
course.
I want to be able to come back. Hey, it's just, you know, like get right back in the swing of things. And, you know,
Mhm.
get into stuff. So yeah, that'll be important. Like a little bit of structure.
Yeah. When I used to go on vacation, I used to like look up the nearest CrossFit, and I was like, I gotta go every single day, not miss a day, and I continued that when I started going to Rehoboth. This is our like 6th or 7th year going there, and it turned into like a not so great experience, and so I kind of was like, I don't even know how to say this, but I don't want to take away from like what we have here by being maybe underwhelmed somewhere else. And I know that may kind of sound a little hard, but my mom and I would walk the boardwalk every single morning, and it's beautiful. It's like over the ocean, and the sun is coming up, and you know, she's so cute. She wants to like go into the hotel gym, and like we'll do a little workout, and it's just nice. It's just like no stress, good time, and like spending time with my mom. And then the same thing with eating. I give this a lot to the people that I work with in law, is if you can, you know, pay attention and tidy up breakfast and lunch, then maybe like those are the focuses, so that at dinner, you know, maybe not every night, but like during the dinner time is where you have your little splurge. You know, if you want to enjoy cocktails, some drinks, some wine, you know, a little bit of indulgence in like eating more than you probably would, because that always tends to happen. That's where I always feel best. So like we have our places to eat there, and I'm just always mindful about breakfast and lunch, and then maybe as dinner where I'll kind of be able to have a little.
Those are super helpful tools to give, both in combination there, like front loading the day with nutrients, knowing the back end is going to have some freedom, and the same thing for you is like prioritize a little bit better earlier, and then no guilt, enjoy yourselves. And it sounds like a really good balance of enjoyment, leisure, and with
staying accountable.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
Well, I'm doing that thing again.
What's that?
The tightness in the back.
On that note,
Yeah.
Is that it? What do we leave it on?
Let's say thank you to Mike and Ellie.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, Mike, because I know you're going to see this later,
Yay!
and everybody else.
Yes, of course.
No weenies.
All split.